This is Georgian Crossroads. Greetings. This is Byrne coming to you from Prague as we continue our journey into the Golden City, as it is called. And today we are going to a place that has been here the entire time I have visited. And I don't mean this time. I mean, I first visited in 2000, then again 2005, 2012, 2017, 2018, and I never discovered this place. And yet, it was just literally a stone's throw from so many places that I have visited before. This is, I think, the most mysterious store I have ever come across in Prague, filled with gloriously bizarre treasures. And the name of the place is Bric A Brac, which of course is a French phrase kind of meaning, tchotchkes, odds and ends, things like that. So without any further ado, let's wander through the streets of Prague and go visit Bric A Brac. So let's walk through Prague to the center, to the square, the Old Town Square, and stare up from behind at the teen church. And many people are walking through this way, not nearly as many as are in the square itself, but often you'll come across a scene like this, where this beautiful painting and this adornment is on a wall. And then what happens is you look at it and your eye gazes down, and what you find is, yes, it is beautiful until you get to the ground floor. And then suddenly, as in this case, where there's Thai massages at the bottom, it's in stark contrast to what was there. But if you walk behind that teen church, you'll find this little store called Bric A Brac. And I first heard about this from Hansa and Yannick, the honest guides, who have their own YouTube channel. And so this was my own exploration of this place, and I am grateful that they pointed it out to me. And I talked to Martin, who was working there, and had an excellent conversation about this stuff. And of course, one of the things that really caught my eye was all the puppets they had here. In many ways, the puppets in the store were better than many of the puppets for sale, particularly the cheap, bad commercial puppets they had. And I just found it endlessly fascinating to look at the unique characters of some of these puppets. That old man with the strange nose and glasses, for instance. Or there's a kind of a prim, crazy-looking woman staring out from beneath violins hanging up on a wire. And then there's this woman who is quite lovely. And all these little marionettes, which would have been part of a child's set back in the first part of the 20th century, when almost every Czech child, well, I don't know if almost every, but many Czech children got puppet sets for Christmas, or puppet sets for special occasions. And just looking around through here, of course, my eyes were drawn to the puppets. And so many strange faces on them. These reminded me a bit of the puppets of Jiří Trnka in his movies. And these are interesting. Is that Princess Leia? I'm not going to say any more about that. Or maybe George Lucas saw that puppet before he invented the bear claws on the ears. But it's not just puppets, although I'm attracted to puppets. There's a pretty old doll right there, which the older dolls are always better. The newer ones get too specific, too cute. Do kids like cute? I don't think so. Not as much as adults think they do. But yeah, there are all sorts of little machines. What is that? Is that like an Enigma machine or something? I don't know. I could just look in the store for hours. Never mind the puppets, just all the other stuff on the walls. And just wonder what it all is. Because that is the question. Some of the stuff you just don't know. There are things which, there's a hat, there would be posters, bits of machinery. What is that? Steering wheel of a car, paintings, advertisements, just fascinating stuff. I believe this is one of my favorite junk antique stores I've ever been in. There's a whole bunch of looks like antelope horns, antlers. This guy was a weird mannequin that was just sitting there. And this is the kind of mannequin that I think if it was in your house, you'd start to feel a little nervous after a while. There's something about his expression. And then, of course, there's this little bird, little chicken. Yeah, he was trying to say something. But but even this old toy, it's just got more character than a lot of things you see today. It's, you know what it is? It's not as formed. It's not as specific. It's not a franchise entertainment. And then this was not a real skull. This was a plaster cast, I believe, or something like that, with some sort of strange hat on. Now, I kept coming back to this particular marionette, and it was well over $2,000. If it was anything less, it's a one of a kind, just absolutely beautiful. Needs work, needs new clothes, things like that. But if I could at all find my way to affording it, I would have dragged that home. Just beautifully carved, the whole thing carved wood. But I might still buy one of the lesser puppets on the way home. Well, there you have it. The most mysterious store, I think, in Prague. And here's what's really interesting about it, is there's a related store not far away that I didn't get a chance to go to because, they just couldn't keep it open today for reasons of health and such. And I hope to get into that store soon, but I won't do another complete video on that. Just know that there's two of these stores right near each other. So, we will meet again very soon, as the Czechs say, ahoy, which kind of means hello and goodbye. And yeah, it kind of comes from the old, shiver me timbers, ahoy, matey. But it's said differently. It's ahoy. It's like this up and down kind of sound. Yeah. We'll meet again very soon.